All right, let me make sure audio is okay. All right, seems audio is fine. All right, we'll wait for some people to jump in here. Then we could talk about Toads to the Moon. Yeah, Doge is moving this weekend. Not really much today, but just kind of seeing actually a little bit of consolidation, but still seeing a lot of volume. Good morning, Matt. Good morning. How are you? Pretty good. I'm in early today. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. What's up, Matt? Good morning, Matt. Good morning, J Rod. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for being here. Just got to get a little bit, woke up right now. Let's pray for lunic skyrockets 400%. We would love that. Tonic finally got a pullback. Did it? What's going on with Tonic? Like, how far did it pull back? Just a simple pullback? Like a retracement? It did have a retracement. I wouldn't call that a simple retracement, but definitely seeing a little bit of a retracement, which is a good thing. Retracements are good. I wouldn't say that big of a retracement is good, because you look over the last month or so. I guess we go back to the 17th. We could see a little bit of retracement, so that's good to see that it did have a pullback, and now it's starting to see a little bit of a climb. That's healthy movement. Anything that continues to run and just doesn't stop moving, that's sort of a problem. Dogelon to the moon? I don't know about that. Doge to the moon, yes. But is Dogelon moving now? I did see I got a couple of comments on like a previous Dogelon video that I made. So that's usually an indication that, Dogelon is moving. What about lunic? Will it grow this year? I think it will grow this year. But we only have a couple of months left. We only have a couple of months left to see, a bullish move, which, I don't know if we will. Where's my chapstick? I don't know if we will see like a massive bullish move, with everything here. But, it's great to see any type of, green days. We haven't really seen anything from lunic in a while. Matt Bro, Stratus. Let me see this ad. Stratus is going dumb, man. I wish I bought more. It's gonna be $1 again. In no time. Shaking my head. I need bad news for crypto. I hear you. I don't even know where Stratus is, but I did check out Stratus like a while ago, right? It's up 16%. It's at 57 cents. What was the lowest that it was at in the last year? 14 cents in the last year. If you look at the last 7 days, it has run from 29 cents, I guess, of a low. Let me go ahead and show my screen. 29 cents of a low, all the way up to 75 cents of a high. So it was close and resisted at 75 cents. This is typically what you see in a time frame to where it's going to resist like at or close to $1. Now Stratus has 20% of the overall supply that is out there. Let me make sure that I'm showing my screen. Yeah. 20% of the overall supply that's out there. You have 80% that's still sitting in limbo, right? And you're seeing a decent amount of volume that flows through it. But anytime you see any of these retracements, let's hope for a bounce, because right now we're not seeing that bounce yet. Let's hope for a bounce. But it does look good to be able to grow that much. And if we look at it over a month, it really has grown from a level of 21 cents, or even less than that. Maybe, yeah, 21 cents. 21 cents all the way up to 75 cents. So that's a big jump. And seeing how many coins are out there, it's only 100 million that's out there. So if we see it at $1, it would be a $20 million market cap. Obviously, at fully diluted, it would be 100 million, but where it currently stands is 20 million. So not horrible. It's pretty good. It dropped 25%. Yeah, the market is moving upward again, bro. I know. I like seeing it. Good morning, Matt. What do you think about Lunic reminting 10% of all burns? I'm not sure about the full extent of it, but Clay Road talked about it. So I haven't looked into it. Um, I don't even know where to look at that. Yeah, uh I haven't seen anything about that. The only thing that I've heard um is Claybro talk about the the reminting of coins. I haven't seen anything on that. I typically would scroll through the Twitter and see a bunch of different stuff, maybe some articles, but I haven't seen anything official on that, so I don't know. Patience is key with everything. And time will come, just stake and get some rewards. True. Very true. What happened to Lithosphere? What happened to that proposal? I don't know what happened to it. Um, I really don't. And I don't think it was a proposal. I think um, it was a project. Hi Matt, what do you think about extending 0.2% burn tax? Um, also to to the Lunic future. What do I think about extending the burn tax? Like increasing the burn tax? I'm all for it, but I think we have to let it live out, let it live its life for right now. Um, we have to determine what is going to be um, like how this is going to work. If it's going to work, we need to make sure that we have enough time. So maybe like a month, 2 months, letting it sit there, which we may have less burns, and that's fine. You know, we did it as a community, we voted on it, but we need to let it live its life. We didn't do it for the 1.2%, and we moved it to 0.2%, so we have to let this live its life as well. Hey, Matt, did you buy the lottery at Terra Rebels? No, I didn't. Lunic has been doing well last few days. It's been holding steady. I wouldn't say it's really holding well. Did you buy the Terra Rebels lottery tickets? 5,000 Lunic per ticket. No, I didn't. Is the bull run starting? I wouldn't say the bull run's starting, but let's hope for the best. If we see something, you got to remember that when Dogecoin ran before, everything else started to run as well. There were so many opportunities that were created for people that you can't help it, right? It's not only about retail investors, no, not retail investors, big money investors, and institutional investors that are changing the markets. It's not only about that. It's also about regular people that are now finding a ton of success within Dogecoin, now getting a ton of success with everything else. So if Dogecoin does start to run with all this news, it could be big. It could be absolutely big. I need to find chapstick. How do I lose? How do I lose all of my chapstick? It's ridiculous. Give me a second, guys. I gotta go find my chapstick. Well, that person's out of here. So yeah, Mr. Beast can burn trillions. He could. He's not though. I don't know what he's invested into, but he won't make it public because if he makes it public, then it's not a good situation for him because he's influencing a cryptocurrency or stock or whatever. Can you tell your can you tell me your thoughts on cross-chain bridge token? Um, Let me see. That just seems so like I don't know, so generic of a name. Cross chain bridge token. It's like a bridge and cross chain mean the same thing. So I don't understand what the point of that is. I don't know. You have $500 worth of volume. That's not enough popularity. You're seeing all the supply out there, but you do have a unlimited amount that you can mint. Apparently, it's only on four different places, four different exchanges. If you want to call these exchanges, but if I go back here, let's look at where the yeah. So it was at 40 cents. Fully fell all the way down to a low level of less than a penny, and now it's at about $500 worth of volume. And this was back in November of 2021. So it was created a year ago. And we're looking at way less volume, looking at a 369 $1,000 market cap. It's not really showing too much promise. You would hope to see other exchanges, you would hope to see some progression, but you're not really seeing that. And I understand how things have fallen down from that point, but yeah, that's not something that I would invest into just because it doesn't really show a ton of promise there. Doquan road to redirect $4.16 million worth of lunic to the community and not to the devs. Got this from HCC. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything on that. I'll take his word for it. I just gotta watch some other videos, get some other information. Other people know some more information than I do. Especially since they have time to maybe research a little bit more and find articles that are not, mainstream yet, or you know, uh, any conversation will be mainstream right away with Do Kwon. Um, oh man, tired. All right, guys, make sure you hit the like button. We got 36 likes, so I put up a poll. Make sure you answer the poll. If you say no, it's fine, but just hit the like button. Morning, Matt. How are you? What do you think today about BSW? I think it's a good buy right now. You think this is a good buy right now? A lot of things are a good buy right now. It depends what you're looking to get out of it. So let's see. Volume is down. We're looking at the circulating supply, 39% of the total supply, or the max supply technically. If we look at the market cap, $72.2 million. Let's look at all the markets. Binance does have some big places that you can obviously buy it on 49 places, not different places, but different swaps or different pairings. It's good to see. How many watch lists is on? 3.9 million watch lists. That's pretty cool. 142,000 addresses, holders. Yeah, we're not going to see any like huge holders. A dead wallet, 10%. You do have a large wallet right here of 6.6%. I never like to see that, anything over 5%. That's something you want to be a little bit concerned about. But let's go back here and let's see, based on just the last year, we're probably looking at this a great buy opportunity. So yeah, where we are, we're way close to the bottom versus being at the top of $2.13. If this does grow a lot higher, like you're looking at a 273 million coin supply. So if you see it at $1, that's 273 million dollars worth of a market cap, which is not crazy. It is high for some cryptocurrencies, but not ones that have 4 million people that are watching it. So let's look at all history. We're going to see how this has had kind of a rocky movement over all of its history. You know, how much it's grown. It went up to $1.86, down to 36 cents, back up to $1.80 or 90 cents, back down to 32 cents, back up to $1.70, back down to 35 cents. So pattern has shown, history has shown that this is gonna grow. Again, this is gonna hit hard, and we're gonna see this run. Now the only thing is I want to check maybe there was a form of dilution. So it does look like there was, because if you look at this period in time, this is at a $300 million market cap here, and this is at $1. Let's go back here, $1.80, right? And this is at a lower price, and you're looking at a higher market cap, about a $400 million market cap. So there is a form of dilution, a form of adding coins to the supply, and maybe we're seeing more of that here, because right now we're seeing this at a lower point than where this was, right? Because currently we're seeing this, what, at 26 cents? So that's at like 28 or 30 cents or so. And you're seeing a little bit more dilution because this is at a higher point than where this lower point was. Slightly higher, but not, you know, it's definitely higher. So even though things look dead, someone said it's dead now, and I don't know if you're talking about this, but even though things look dead, you have to understand that there's definitely a lot of potential in a ton of cryptocurrencies that look like they may be dead because we've been falling for probably a year or more over in, you know, just cryptocurrency in general. So there's going to be opportunities everywhere, and I think this may actually have an opportunity, especially with all the history and how much it has grown, the peaks and valleys. Yeah. I mean, you got 4 million people that are watching it. That's insane. Have you seen Luna Freaks, a new reward token? Do you think there any potential like Lunatics? So I don't know if there's any potential like Lunatics. I mean, anything is welcome to burn and to support Terra Luna Classic, but if something's already doing it, I mean, you might as well just stick with that one that's doing it. I know I am a ambassador of Lunatics token, so I'm going to say that, but it just makes sense. If one's already doing it, you really don't need like 700 of them, you know, or something like that. Unless you're looking for massive gains as well as seeing the burns that are happening, as well as seeing rewards that are happening. That's not a bad option for you as an investor. But just make sure that you stick with the one that does have more support within the community, one that has been doing a lot within the community. So I've heard of it. I haven't checked it out in depth. I haven't looked at it. People were saying like they're asking me if it's a scam or not, if it's like Lunatics token, and honestly, I don't know because I've been focusing on Lunatics token. I've staked Lunatics for 180 days at 36% APY, but my staking profile shows only 18% APY. I stake on V1 while I stake APY was 36% for 100. It only shows 18%. I stake on V1 while I stake APY for 36%, 180 days on V1 staking. I don't understand this info. So I'm pretty sure that it said that you can't change your staking period. So if you staked one, like a certain amount for 18, everything's for 18, but I'm not 100% sure. So I can't confirm that. But you would think you can stake multiple pools, but it's only like you only have one staking profile. Like it's not going to show you two separate staking profiles. It's whatever you started with, I guess. And then you're going to have to believe that the next staking pool is there as well, because you only get one staking pool, one staking profile at the bottom instead of getting two. If you staked for 18% and 36%, it's only going to show you what you initially staked for, because there's no way of showing you both. That's not how the site works, and it can't be up. Well, I mean, it can be updated to show you that, but I guess their hope is that most people would just stake once, and then when they would stake once, they would stake more and more coins within that. How long for lunic and Shib to reach 1 penny or even $1? So lunic, I think, will probably get there first, depending on what does happen with Shibarium and how much volume flows through there. I would imagine we're still going to have a ton of volume that flows through, Binance and, KuCoin and Crypto.com and all these other platforms that, all these other exchanges that they're trading on now. So you'll still see a lot, but it just will be cheaper to obviously flow through something like Shibarium rather than, going through a lot of these exchanges. So you might see a lot of volume. It depends how much volume we see over there, but we could see massive burns. And it also depends what the percentage is, because we still don't know what that is. And if there is going to be one, because there's talk, but if we don't know what the percentage is, then it's not going to happen for me. I don't know. I hope it does. You can stake BSW on Binance with 49% APY. I think that's massive. You see the actual Binance itself. Yeah, usually when they have a high APY like that, that means that dilution comes with it. Usually. You see that with, it wasn't Tectonic, VVS Finance, where it has massive dilution. They added on billions as the months went on. So as people were gaining, 70% APY, they were also losing 50% of their price value. Hey, Matt, what do you think of the run yesterday? Shib's going to blow soon. So, was that yesterday there was a run? I know things were moving this weekend. I can't remember exactly what days, but I loved seeing. I'm taking it that Dogecoin is leading the way. Right? Dogecoin is, and maybe it's just a coincidence, but Dogecoin, getting all this hype, all these rumors of integration within Twitter, right? And you have everything else that's running as well. I mean, the fact that Dogecoin had $14 billion that flowed through just that position, and if you look at that compared to Ethereum, like what I posted on Twitter, right here, this picture, I'm just gonna leave this here. $14 billion, and you look at Ethereum, $17 billion. It's right there, literally listed, third after, Bitcoin and Ethereum. I understand that you have a stable coin, but it's above some stable coins in volume. You're looking at 14.2. If you can see that consistently, imagine what market cap Dogecoin would be at. So while $14 billion is flowing through there, you're seeing maybe some more money that's flowing through other positions, maybe hundreds of millions or tens of millions or whatever, things that you wouldn't normally see. I'm not sure that Shib for a dollar. I mean, the conversation is there. That's what we need to. That's what we're talking about. The conversation is still here. Shib to a dollar, Lunic to a dollar, Doge to a dollar. Obviously, Doge is the easiest to get to a dollar because you're looking at a $132 billion market cap. We've seen this get up to a $90 billion market cap. We understand that it could have massive use cases there. It doesn't have anything right now, but it does have a lot of hype. But then you also see Lunic, where it has less supply than what Shib has, also has a lot more utility than what Shib has. So you're thinking that's probably the second best option to get to a dollar because, yes, you are looking at trillions of coins, but you also have the burns that are flowing through. You have the utility, which can push it up to some of those levels. Shiba Inu is probably last on the list when it comes to getting to a dollar because there's so many unknowns, so little utility, just nothing that's really being built for the community and by the community, right? But for the other two, we definitely have an ability to climb to a dollar. So I understand where you're coming from, but all of them have an opportunity to do so. It's just what's going to happen with all these variables. How long for Lunic or Shib to reach 1 penny or a dollar? I read that. Have you seen Luna Freaks token? Yes, I have. I haven't seen a lot about it. The only thing I know is that it's the same thing as, or trying to be the same thing as the Lunatics token. I don't know. Doge prediction end of the week. We will see. Doge prediction by the end of the week. This could have the same run that it had before. So the Doge prediction can be like wildly different to where it's like, oh, well, you know what? We're gonna see a retracement because we should see a retracement. But the crazy thing is, right now we are not seeing a retracement. We're seeing it pull back a little bit where it's down 2%, but we're not seeing a major retracement. It's more or less holding. Now, I didn't see what it got to at its peak. So it got to about 15 cents. So I guess we are seeing a little bit of retracement from the peak. And we're seeing it fall down here and where it is consolidating. So that's good to see. That makes sure, or that shows that it is pretty healthy, because this was on the 29th that this did run. And then you saw it run again on the 30th up to 14. And now you're seeing it kind of level out here at some of these levels down here. Let me see this. Yeah, so it's definitely bouncing off of this point right there. Not the price point, the horizontal point, which is around like 11 cents. And we're seeing that push up to obviously 12 cents. So Lunic will easily get, Lunic will easily get also to a dollar. They have Binance to support it. I don't care if it takes 2 or 5 years. Well, yeah, I wouldn't say that's easily then. I would say it definitely has the ability, the chance, the community support, the utility, all of that stuff to get to a dollar. The issue that we deal with is, how long it will take. Right? How long is that support and that popularity going to be there? Because within these last couple of months, like, we can tell you that support comes and goes. So like, you can look at my channel, for example. So I talk about Terra Luna Classic quite a bit, and in the beginning stages of it, when Terra Luna Classic was falling, there was so much volume in it. There was like 2,000 viewers within this live stream every single morning, and then it started to diminish a little bit when things were hitting like kind of their lows or holding steady. Then it started to run up to 0.0006, I believe, 6.5 or something. And you saw 1,000 or 2,000 people. So the hype comes and goes as time goes by. And for Lunic, apparently, it's a shorter time frame. It's a shorter life for popularity because people are like, since there's so many things that are happening and can happen, it's more like what's next, right? Because we do something and everybody's like, well, what's next? How does this affect it? How do we now add more volume to this? Well, what's the next proposal? It's always what's next since we're doing so much. For Shiba Inu, when something hype happens every month, the hype stays there for a number of months. For Dogecoin, the same way, right? You don't see a ton of things that are happening within the community, but when things do happen, it stays there for a longer period of time, a longer life per news event. But for Terra Luna Classic, it does not, because again, there's so many things that are happening. We're going to change the burn tax to 1.2%. Great. We're really hype around that. It does change to 1.2%. People get excited. They start wondering what the burns are looking like. And then maybe a week later, they're like, you know what? What's next? The burns aren't really working. 3 weeks later, they're trying to change the burn tax. Right. So it's definitely a little bit of an issue there where it's like, is the hype and popularity going to stay there within 2 to 5 years? That's where the only place that I get worried, where it's always like, hey, what's next? Are we going to be able to do this? It's not working right now because people are impatient. And that's why I put out that video yesterday talking about patience is key, because it is. There's a lot of people that are like, hey, you know, we have this proposal. It seems to work a little bit, and then one day it doesn't work, and it's like it's never going to work. Let's move on from this proposal and do something different. And that's not the way we should look at things. Hey Matt, can you check out Metagloria and the metaverse that uses Lunic? So I haven't heard much on Metagloria. I'm reading this over here. Yeah, I haven't heard much on Metagloria. I need some water. White paper is already available on our website. You can find it using the link below. It's the last tweet they put out. Congratulations to Happy Cat Crypto for successfully for a successful validator node launched. Is this saying how many coins is staked? Live stake now. How many is staked with Happy Caddy Crypto? I would imagine you have a decent amount. I don't know how to check that. I know their website tells you. Like if you go on Lunic Penguins, right? Doesn't he have how much? Go back to the original dashboard. Yeah, so it looks like there's 8 billion that's staked with Happy Caddy Crypto. That's good. That's good. I like to see it. I don't know what percentage that is, but I like to see it. Yeah, I would. People have been asking me about, you know, creating a becoming a validator, and I just don't feel like doing that. That's too much. That's too much added to the plate. But it is amazing to see that creators are becoming validators and, you know, being a big part of it, because if they create a proposal and they feel like they should back the proposal, obviously their own validator would back the proposal, and that would be big. The Lunic holder, that holder will benefit in the end. I agree. I don't think holding on for dear life is the is what we want to do, but you know, holding something for, I guess we can use that term, for lack of a better term. But I always promote or push, taking profit. Whereas Shib burns and use going for it. Where's Shib burns and use going for it? Are you asking, like saying where is the Shib burns and the use? They don't have like any burns besides community led burns, and they don't have any use case for it yet. I don't know what the plan is to have any use case for it actually. What do we know? Oh, no one could imagine what Luna community in 6 months. Yeah, that's true. I think Happy Getting Crypto is approximately 7 billion. Yeah, it's 8 billion. Happy has been promoting MetaGloria for a while, and rightly so. Metaverse uses lunic. Yeah, again, it's creating another use case for it. That's phenomenal. I just haven't heard a crazy amount from it. I also haven't said anything really about it. I don't think I've said a single thing about it. I might have said something about it in a live stream, but I haven't created a video about it. Are the Shib devs actually doing stuff really? Because they haven't in the last 2 years. The game isn't going to do much for Shib. If it does, it would surprise me, and maybe it will, and I hope it does. So that's one thing that I'm wondering where the first burn, or when the first burn will happen. If it will be like more of a quarterly thing, because it's been about a month, right? Or maybe I'm just losing track of time. I don't remember when Shib Eternity was launched, but it should be to a point to where you're capturing revenue from it. Now, can you briefly explain what diluted market cap is? So diluted market cap just means that if you had the max supply multiplied by what the current price is, this is what the market cap would be. So basically saying, let's go to, I'm trying to find out which one. I was going to say Ethereum. That's not going to work. Let's go to Shiba Inu, maybe. I mean, Bone would probably be the best. That's still low. I mean, you want to see a big, you don't want to see a big difference, but if you do see a big difference, let me go to one of the ones that we just talked about. So, probably looking at this one. So yeah, there we go. So BSW, right, where you have the circulating supply that's at 39% of the total supply. And then you have the max supply that's at 700 million coins, right? So 273 million, 700 million. So you can see the difference between market cap and fully diluted market cap. Now, you'll see 72 million versus the $185 million. It basically says that this is this multiplied by the circulating supply. Fully diluted market cap is this price multiplied by the max supply. So you're getting, 700 million there multiplied by that to get a fully diluted market cap. So basically what it's saying is that if we add all of this supply that we have here to this is where the market cap will be at this price. Now, the problem with that, you're probably like, oh, it's at a higher market cap. That's a good thing. It's not really a good thing. If it's at a higher market cap that was changed based on not investors or new investors or investors that are pulled out, then you're going to see it flow back to the same market cap. So if it's at a $185 million market cap and it falls back down to a $72 million market cap based on the amount of investors and the amount of people holding and all of that other stuff, the only way that you can do that is by price change. So the price change is going to fall down to where it does get to a $72 million market cap to hold steady at those levels. Just like what Shiba Inu did, where you saw 300 trillion coins, 389 trillion or something, 369 trillion, and then they added on 150 trillion coins. It stayed at, or it had an increased market cap there, and then the market cap started to decline. And that's where you saw it fall down to where it did hold instead of being at, you know, 0.00008 or 9. It was now holding at 0.0000 like 5 or 6, right? So it was finding a way to pull back down to the market cap it should have been at. And then obviously everything started to fall. So now it's at a way lower market cap for Shiba Inu. But yes, that'll explain fully diluted market cap. Can you explain what delegation is on Terra Station? Basically, you're just it's who you're staking with. So you're staking it. It's a way of say you're staking. You're delegating coins to a certain validator. So you're staking coins with a certain validator. It's sort of the same thing. It's just a different way of saying it. It hasn't been a month for worldwide release. Okay, the burn won't really be what most should expect. I can't imagine that happening. Shib, lunic, and Doge to $1 sounds too good to be true. It does sound too good to be true for a lot of people, and some people just won't believe it. But I think it definitely has, all of them have their ways of getting there. But like I said, Dogecoin probably has the best bet of getting there. Lunic definitely has a lesser opportunity to get there, but still has an opportunity to get there. And then Shib has the least likely scenario of getting there. But, you know, if everything goes well, it can definitely make a move up there. But it may take a lot more time than people think. Is Binance still burning each week? Yes, so they should be burning today, but it's the amount has been decreasing every single week. Happy Halloween, everybody. Yes, to everybody else too. Giving out a lot of candy today. Today's actually Erica's birthday, so happy birthday to her. BNB doing so good in the last 2 weeks. I haven't checked it out, but I would imagine everything was really doing good for a while. Not imagine, I've seen it. Everything has been doing good. Why do I say I would imagine it? I was looking at it. I saw the market cap. I saw how Ethereum looked. And again, I invested into Ethereum. I put 3 in there at 1,200. So seeing it at 1,600, I mean, that's another 300, 300 or 400. I guess 300 at this point. Because I invested at like 2.7, so 1,200 like 70. But still, you're looking at extra $300 per Ethereum that you bought. I have 3 Ethereum, so that's another $900 that I added on top of my overall investment there. So I'm happy about that. Very, very happy about it. And when Ethereum does start to run even more and gets up to a level of probably 3,000, that's where I will take my initial investment out. I'm not going to sit here and wait for it to go to 5,000, but I will take my initial investment out. That'll leave me maybe 1 or 2 that's in there. Because if it does get to 3,000, I'll take out 3,000, put it back into my bank account, leaving probably 6,000-ish in there, and letting those move. Taking out my initial investment, I'm perfectly fine with it. Letting the rest ride, and making sure I'm not doing any damage to myself. A lot of times you can take out more than your initial investment, but with Ethereum, I'm only going to take out my initial investment and let the rest sit in there because I feel like it's going to be way more valuable than where it stands right now. So if Ethereum finds a way to stand at $10,000 per coin, then I will be happy with what I do have. I will have 2 of them. Will I take any more of my initial investment there? Or I will take my initial investment plus profit after that. So if it gets to $10,000, which I think it could even go further than that in not the like just the near future, but a distant future, yeah, Ethereum's going to be, it is definitely a big player on my list. Not the most that I have invested into a cryptocurrency, but it's definitely a big player. I do want to explore Cardano a little bit more and make sure I have enough Cardano, because I think I only have like 3,000 Cardano. Let me bring up this and go over here, bring up Coinbase, and let me see what my, it's going to tell me to sign in, so I don't even know. I don't know what my sign in is. I would have to go and check my password list. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do that another time. But I would imagine my Coinbase looks pretty good. Maybe 17K, 18K, maybe a little more than that. That would be great, just to have 20K in Coinbase by itself. Oh, so how's everybody doing today? I mean, we got 328 people here, guys. If you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, please do so. Happy Halloween, everybody that celebrates it. Is anybody going to be dressing up as anything? I was going to go as, because I trick or treat with the kids. So I was going to go as like He Who Remains, but I didn't get the costume. I slacked on getting anything. So we got their costume, and that's pretty much it. It's been tough to do any type of shopping because of Hayden being sick, Harper having a fever, um, and then Hayden yesterday. I don't even know what's going to happen today, because yesterday in her sleep she threw up, um, and we had to change all of the sheets and give her a bath, and it was definitely a difficult situation. So hopefully this is not the same deal, because before she would throw up multiple times. Um, every time she went down for a nap. So I hope that's not the case. Opinions on Gitcoin. You still hold some? Absolutely. Absolutely holding Gitcoin. I actually bought more at their lows. So I haven't taken a look at it in a little bit. But yeah, I'm absolutely holding some. I made money from Gitcoin before. Currently, it's at $1.92. You're seeing 14.1 million coins that are out there. Total supply, though, that's the only thing that does still, bother me. I just don't see a lot of dilution that has happened within Gitcoin. Um, so I'm really excited to see where Gitcoin goes. You see $9 million in volume, down 70%, but this definitely has a ton of potential to run. I'm excited that it's at $2 and seeing where the potential was with Gitcoin and how fast it has run before. So if we go to all history, we've seen that this ran to $25 in a short period of time. This is all history. So it's going to look like it happened in a shorter period of time and it just increased and decreased. So it did increase up to 25. And actually, I think it increased a little bit more than that, but then started to fall. And fell all the way back down to about $8, which it did increase again to about 16. This is one that I've had a lot of success with, and where it is at this low, there's no stopping it from here. So yes, I still hold Gitcoin. I did buy more at about $2.50. And I probably should make another move into it. This is a position that I believe in. It's not saying that you physically have to go out and buy it. I look at this and say, this definitely has a ton of potential based on history and based on the amount of coins that are out there. Wait until you see a bull run. Everything's going to look like it's just the best position ever. And the ones that actually are a good position are going to run even more. Some YouTuber predicted Shib before it was famous. He invested $200 and cashed out 200,000. Could have made 40 million, but it's hard if 200 turns into 200K to not cash out. 100%. 100%. This is what I keep talking about, where people are like, oh, I'm going to make millions and millions of dollars. And you got to understand that if you do not play it the right way, you are not going to make millions of dollars in anything that you hold. The reason being is because it's very tough to see $200,000. It's very tough to see $300,000, $500,000 and not take it. Like that is life-changing money for a lot of people. So if you invest into something like Lunic, you invest into something like Shib, like Dogecoin, and you have this much money, not everybody's going to be able to make that decision that the Dogecoin millionaire or pro the Doge has done, right? Where he went up to about over $3 million worth of value within his position of Dogecoin and held on to it from there all the way back down to where it is at its lows, and still held on to it even though it's over his cost basis. He had millions of dollars at that point. Now, if he would have sold at that point and then reinvested at the bottom, he could have done it all over again. But it's very tough to make that decision at that time. It is. It's extremely tough to make that decision. And so while people think they're going to be like crazy millionaires, it's way more difficult than you think. Everybody's looking to protect the dollars that they had invested. Everybody's looking to protect their total investment. But it's crazy because there's a ton of people that predicted things before it ran, but then it started to run and they were just like, this is it. This is where it's getting to. I keep bringing up that Papa John's pizza, 10,000 Bitcoin. They were just like, oh, it's worth something. That's great to see. And they, gave up 10,000 Bitcoin. Like that person made the worst decision of his life by doing that. But you know what? He really wanted that pizza. So it's the same way with this. BNB is better than Ethereum. You think BNB is better than Ethereum? Why? I wouldn't think so. I do like BNB, but I wouldn't say it's better than Ethereum. I just made a nice profit off of Gala. That's good to see. I know Gala has a little bit of a dilution problem too, but that's good to see a nice profit off of Gala. I know that a lot of, it's kind of fallen down. I guess maybe some people are just taking their initial investments. Let me look at the last month. So it is went up to 48 cents, where it was at 31 cents. That's good to see. Can't wait for the next bull run. I'm gonna be a millionaire. There's definitely gonna be a lot of people accepting a ton of profit. I don't know, like I just talked about, I don't know if everybody will become a millionaire, because as they see these gains, they're gonna go, well, let me take this here because I made $10,000. I can go towards my student loans, right? I made $20,000. I can pay off my car, right? So it's definitely gonna be a difficult situation. There's also gonna be a lot of IRS audits, unless Ted Cruz gets what he wants. But let's not make it political here. $400 into 300K ain't bad. I'll take that any day. Exactly. Well, you are gonna have to pay taxes on that, especially if it's short term. With anything that's long term, you're looking at 20%. But 300K in a short term, you might as well just cut that in half and only accept 150. But it's still a lot. What did someone say? I would love something. I would love to hear your opinion on VRA. Most people would love to hear my opinion until they actually hear my opinion. No, I'm just playing. So the first thing that I point out with this is the dilution. You have 9% of the total supply that's out there. I don't know how often they're adding things to this, but you do have 9% of the total supply that is out there. Max supply, looking at about 110 billion coins. You have 10 billion that's out there. So the potential for this to run, I guess, depends on the volume. It depends on the history. It depends on the amount of people that are watching it. And currently you're seeing the volume at about $10.5 million. Now, out of how many markets is that? So $10.5 million out of 38 pairings, I wouldn't say is the best situation, but then again, we are seeing a down market, right? So it may end up being more of a 10x where that is. So 100 million in volume, maybe 200 million in volume on average. That's good to see. You are seeing a market cap that's a lot lower, where you're looking at a $42 million market cap. Let's look at the history of where this has been for the last year. The last year it showed it was at 8 cents versus where it is right now at less than a penny. So from here to here looks like a lot of potential, definitely more than a 10x return. But let's look at some dilution. Hopefully we can see it. So if we look at all history, how long has this been out here? Since 2019, we can see that this has run to 5 cents, has gone all the way up to 8 cents before coming back down. And this was a year ago. That's when the fall really started to happen for a lot of cryptocurrency, was around that November mark. But then there were some that was well before it, in like July or June or something. But let's check out the market cap. Let's look at the difference between price and market. I guess what you could see is maybe a little bit of dilution, from here to here, but you are still seeing a higher market cap. So it's not really, it's at $400 million market cap versus that $240. Yeah, because you should see this a bit higher unless they added some supply. So they have added a little bit of supply. I don't know what their mindset is on adding supply, because it has been around for years. So it's not like it's a, hey, we're releasing this many coins at the end of this time period. And so it doesn't look like they add on a ton of coins. It also doesn't look like it has a ton of history growing from here. So when we see a bull run, I expect to see some movement in something like this, depending on when that bull run is. But yeah, it definitely shows a little bit of potential. If you're looking for a 2x or 3x, maybe even finding a way to push the limits and say that this can get to, what is that, a 10x return from here? So going up to about 4 cents, that would be phenomenal. And that's probably pushing the limits. But I would say you can hope or expect a 2x, maybe push a little bit to a 3x, but we'll see. We will see. I haven't looked into any of the use case or what it's all about, but with that many pairings, you expect to see a little bit more volume, a little bit more movement. Now, I don't think they're super popular pairings. So you only have KuCoin, Gate.io. Crypto.com is sort of popular, but doesn't usually put a lot into their liquidity. So you're not really seeing things like, Coinbase or Binance or anything like that, which it is an Ethereum coin, ERC20 coin or token. Good day, Matthew. What did I miss so far? Pretty much everything. We talked about Lunatics token a little bit. People were kind of comparing Luna Freaks to Lunatics token. So I just talked about the fact that I really don't think there's a comparison. I really don't. That's my opinion. I really don't think there's a comparison. I think Lunatics token has been doing it for a long time, or a while. I'm not a long time, a while. And I think, they're going to be doing something big when it comes to exchanges. It comes to, bridging over to other networks as well, other blockchains. So that's a big deal. And when the time comes where we do have a buy button on TerraStation, it's going to create a little bit more volume for Lunatics token. The ability to buy it on Ethereum is also going to create a little bit more volume. But then also adding to other exchanges will also create a little bit more volume. So I'm definitely hyped to see what happens next. Yeah, but you can't compare us, like you said. Yeah, I mean, you can look at it as like, hey, this is a burn token, but one has shown all of its transparency and, has been here, and the other one hasn't yet. I mean, at least from what I know, I haven't seen the amount of transparency that Lunatics token has had. Happy Halloween. I'm dressing up as Shib Eternity character. That'll be cool. I should dress my dog up as the Shib Eternity character because she's a Shiba Inu. So that'll be easy. All I have to do is put a headband on her. Right? That's the, yeah, it's like a headband or like some sort of like karate jacket. I don't know what you call it. Hey Matt, you think Chronos can reach BNB value, or what's the highest price you see it reaching? So for Chronos, I see that it has a possibility of getting there. The only way that it can get there is if it burns down those coins, price value wise. Market cap wise, I think it has an ability to compete with BNB because of what they do, what they offer, all the NFTs, their own exchange, and then probably making the NFTs eventually being exclusively paid through CRO, which would be a big deal. Where people have to buy it. You see a lot of volume, a lot of transactions that are happening with it. That would be amazing. But that's as their NFT platform grows. I see what they're doing, and that will make CRO huge by market cap. Now, when it comes to price, you need to see burns. So it all depends. And they've been known to burn their own coin. They burn 70% of their supply. They can definitely burn another 99% or 90%, whatever you want them to burn, to get them to a competing level. They're probably going to need to burn less than, they're going to need to get down to millions of coins rather than being at billions. Somebody sent a super chat. The one, hey Matt, do you think Chronos can reach BNB value, or what's the highest price you see it reaching? Wait, you asked that question as a regular chat, but then also asked it as a super chat? I'm sorry that you had the super chat. I probably was taking too long to get to it. I apologize. I really do, but I did answer that question just like right now. Literally, as you sent the super chat, I was answering the question, but you probably have a delay, so you're not even going to hear the answer to that question until after you sent the super chat. Where would be the best place to share burn ideas for Terra Luna Classic? Probably in the Terra Rebels Discord group to share your burn ideas. And a lot of times it's just about like you share it and then you have to take action, because even though you share your burn ideas, there's a lot of people that won't take action. If you feel like it's a good idea, you kind of have to make those moves, unless it's all depending on another group that's already established. Glad Binance is burning, however, it goes down every week. I know it doesn't really look the best every week. Seeing the amount of burns that, that go through, it went from what, 5 billion or almost 6 billion to 3 billion to like 2 billion, then to 1 billion, and now who knows what we're gonna be at. But I would imagine it's gonna be less. We haven't seen a crazy amount of volume. Actually, it was a little bit more volume than we saw the week prior, so maybe it'll go up. Hopefully. Rap Luna is expected to release in about 4 days. That's fantastic. I can, is that it's expected to release in 4 days? I can create a video on that. Ooh. Lunatics soon on KuCoin. Are you gonna answer that question? Lunatics official, quick question. When is the next round of NFTs? For your question like that, I suggest visiting the Telegram. If we burn 50% of what we stake, if we burn 50% of what we stake, burning to reduce the supply is just a piece of cake. Are you looking to rhyme there? That's but no. So let's say if everybody does stake, understand that you only have a certain amount that people can receive in rewards, right? So that's what the percentages is really based off of. How many people that are staked and how much the rewards are going to last us, how much you have to decrease the rewards in order for this staking pool to last, right? So if you end up, you're only going to be able to burn what we have, like really in the staking pool there. So I don't know how that gets replenished, but it would be great to see a lot that's burning, because what billions do get paid out daily. Probably tens or hundreds of billions are getting paid out to everybody. So not hundreds of billions, but maybe because we're looking at what, 20%. So maybe 100 billion is being paid out every day. If we're looking at 20% or 18%, I don't know what it looks like now. I know it's probably decreased. Let me go here. The rewards are not showing on a lot of them. So yeah, we're looking at now 17%. Some are actually at 11%. Orion Money is at 18% or 17.91%. Yeah. So basically we'd be looking at about 100 million or 100 billion that we would be burning off. Because I think like something like that. If we're looking, or sorry, that we're getting in stake rewards. So if we're getting 100 billion total and we burn off, let's say 50% of that, we're looking at 50 billion that we can burn off daily, not daily, yearly, because that's an annual. No, that's a daily thing that we're getting. So we're getting 18%. So yeah, we would burn off 50 billion daily if we're getting paid that much in return, or in staking rewards. So that's not a bad option. But it also depends on the total pool that you have there. So I would love to see staked amounts get a certain percentage and burn off. Like I know some validators are already doing that, and that kind of eats away at what their strategy is for being a very popular validator. And being a place where people stake with the most. But if everything started to create burns, like if we just had an automatic tax on those burns as well, that would be phenomenal. I think we do need something like that, but I think we also need to have a discussion about if we're willing to give up that, because the discussion is necessary. Because I think we already had like a proposal to burn 5% of the staking rewards, which I think we should burn more than that. It probably should be 10% of the staking rewards, which wouldn't be 10%. It would be 10% on what you gain. So say if you gained 100,000 coins, you would gain 90,000 coins. That's not a deal breaker. And you would be looking at 10 billion that maybe you can burn off daily with the staking rewards. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I'll do the math on that, and then we'll see how that works out. Because if we can do that, that would be amazing. But then you can only burn to a certain amount because you only have a certain amount in the pools. But either way, you're still paying that out. And instead of paying it out, how about you just burn it off? Like that would be freaking fantastic. If we truly are looking to decrease the supply, then we're still getting rewards. Why not just burn it off? Because we need all the help we can get, especially since Binance's burn is probably going to be small today. Let me see. Where am I at? Did someone say steak? I had steak the other day, and the steak was good. I just didn't have a good feeling afterwards. I don't know what I ate. That didn't feel good. But the ride home was definitely my worst ride home I've ever had. Let's just say that's what it was. As far as I know, I have some sort of portion for other blockchains. Will Coinbase ever relist Luna? Probably not. They struggle with things that have any type of legal issues. So with the fact that like and any type of thing that's going to, hurt investors. They really want to get away from anything that has a chance to hurt investors, and they don't know what the mindset is of that. But like things like XRP, they probably will never relist them. For Lunic, never relist them. I just don't see it happening, even though Lunic is like on Coinbase, or Coinbase has like the most amount of investors, the most amount of users on their platform. It sucks. For instance, you can use WETH, also another on the BNB blockchain. I agree with burning staking rewards. It's free Lunic in a sense. Exactly. It's not. I don't know why that wasn't part of the deal anyways. Maybe we should. And I don't know what the nothing in the title is going to $1 anytime soon. Should change it to 15 cents. Anytime soon. Yeah. It's the discussion of if it can get to $1 and what's the process of getting to $1. Not saying that it's going there soon. I'm saying, are you ready for the movement? I'm not saying it's getting there soon. I'm saying that we're making that initial move. Did I play an ad anytime soon? Can I check that? I can't check that. I don't know if I did, but I am going to play one, which means that the concurrent viewers are going to go down. Why 0.2% burn tax is implemented also for future trading, Lunic? Yeah, I think to tell you the truth, I think it's not horrible to have a 1% tax. But if you're not going to have a 1% tax across the board, you need to find a level to where exchanges will be willing to accept a 0.2%, or accept the tax. Is it 0.2%? Is it 0.5%? Is it 0.6%? What is it, right? And if we can find that, then that's going to be good to see any type of burns happen across the board, across all volume. That's what we want to see. That's the end goal of this, is to get burns happening across every single exchange, right? And every single transaction. Now, other ways of burning, we also want to be able to provide some sort of benefit with, right? So if it's like less than 1% for the regular burns, that's great. We have 100 million or 10 billion that's burning off, or 1 billion that's burning off daily. We're fine with that. But if we could find a way to burn off more with maybe the staking rewards, or maybe some sort of NFT use case, or some sort of metaverse use case, then that would be phenomenal. That would work perfect, because we have this supporting over here. It's not everything. All the burns are not just coming through transactions, and people can be willing to accept any type of quick profits, long-term profits, whatever they want. And we can also see the standard burns that are coming off the rewards, coming off the transactions that are happening with, NFT purchases, and anything like that. So we just need to see burns everywhere to get us to the place where we need to get to. And I think we're slowly getting there to where we can understand that. But I think somebody brought up a great point, that staking needs to be taxed. So I'm going to put something out and see if I can also get something maybe a little bit trending on Twitter. If I do create a spreadsheet and talk about the burns with that and how that could affect everything there, because right now we're getting 18% at the current rate. And the more that people stake, yes, we are seeing the percentage go down. But we should still see the amount of coins stay the same. You know what I mean? Because the more people that stake, the less the percentage is. So we're seeing 12%. Let's go back to Terra Station. We're seeing 12.17%. And the more people that are staking with it, the more the percentage, or the less the percentage is for staking. So you see 12.17%. You have 838 billion Terra Luna Classic staked. So if we're looking at about 20% of that, you're looking at about 20% of that. That would be amazing to see that come off daily. Because if you think about it, well, I guess it's not daily, but we would be getting a certain amount daily. So I would have to do the math on how much that is. But we'd be able to burn off billions daily. So I would be happy with that. If we can burn off, 5 billion, 10 billion, 20 billion, 2 billion. 2 billion is better than nothing because right now we're seeing no billions burn off daily. With Binance, we're not seeing any billions at all. And now it's starting to go from 5 billion in a week down to 1 billion in a week. And that's not looking good. That means daily we're looking at like a very small amount, less than 200 million that's going through daily. And we'll see how this does look at about, I think it's like 8:30 or 9 o'clock or something. Is it possible for Lunic to hit $1 by 2025? Wait, 1.2 billion just burned. It's visible now. Let's go to top burners. Let's see if it went through. Usually it's like 8 o'clock. Yes, that is it. Binance just burned it, so it's 1.2 billion. Wow. Mm, spelled that wrong. I can't type. Now I also have to bring this up, and let's bring up Binance. Let me bring this all the way up here. Yeah, it's all the way up here. Bring that up there. Bring that up there. Give me a second, guys. Let me just change this and also change this. And we'll bring that together. Now, but 1.2 billion. We will talk about it. Change that. This and boom. Well, there we go. Just changing that. Oh, I didn't change it. Not downloading it. Not doing that. Perfect. All right. So Binance has just burned the 1.2 billion coins. Now, I believe this is more than what they burned the last time, right? Wasn't it like it was like closer to 1 billion? I'm not 100% sure of what they exactly burned. 1.2 billion just burned now. Matt, the Binance burn is already released. What are your thoughts on? I'll give my thoughts a little bit later. When Lunatics token burn? That's a good question. When are they going to burn? So I do want to ask them because I know they already had like 50 million that they were going to burn. They haven't had a lot of volume and they usually have a threshold that they want to hit. It's not a burn that's going to happen every week, or it should be something that, should happen at least monthly. But that's something that I do want to ask them. At this burn rate, my grandkids will have died of old age. Yeah, the burn rates are not really that great. Uh, trading future is not staking. I mean, why leverage trading on FTX, for example, didn't have a 0.2% tax? I see people giving out about their grandkids dying of old age before the burn tax rates. Yeah. I mean, at these burn rates, it doesn't look like we're gonna see a dollar happen anytime soon. A penny. Well, you don't really need to see crazy burn rates for a penny to happen, but it would be easier to get there if the burn rates did increase. If 20% of staking rewards is burned, if my math is correct, is about just over 459 million a day, with 12.8 billion with 12.8 billion a month. Where are you getting that figure from? Because it should be more than that, right? Let me. I'll maybe your math is correct. I don't know, but it still would be way better than what we're looking at right now. All I hear is steak. I'm probably wrong, but I tried. No, I mean, you may be right. You may be right. I want to take some time to actually do the math because I feel like if I do the math on here, it's gonna be wrong. Harper? Oh, I thought Harper was by the door. All right. Is there still hope for Lunic regardless? Yes, 100%. Now, are you going to automatically see it grow to um, $100 billion market cap? Are you going to see it grow to a level of $1 still, or 20 cents regardless of burns? No, you're not going to see it go to $1 regardless of burns, because that would be a $6 trillion market cap or $7 trillion market cap. It's way too much. But what you can expect is, like, if you look at Terra Luna Classic, let's go and look at Terra Luna Classic. If you look at this position and see the circulating supply, understand where we can get to at a reasonable rate, right? If we look at a 6.5 or $6.6 billion market cap, which is not unbelievable to get to, especially with all the utility, all the people, 1 million people that are looking at this, millions of people that are holding it, all of that, right? You can see that this can get to a 6.6. Harper's not up there. You can get to a $6.6 billion market cap, and that will get us to a tenth or 10% of a penny, which is not horrible. It's a 4x return from here, and that's a great return for a lot of people if you have invested at this level or lower. So for me, where my value is right now, I'm sitting at about $11,000 or so. If this doubles, I'm sitting at $22,000. If that doubles up to a tenth of a penny, I'm looking at maybe $50,000 or so, and I'm happy with that. Right, that's a lot of growth, especially off of a $40 investment, and that's where you can expect some gains. So I expect to see that. I expect to see way more than that, maybe around a 20 to 21 billion-dollar market cap with all the utility, all the use cases that could happen within Terra Luna Classic. And I think that we will see burns. I think we will eventually see this run down when it comes to supply, and see the price grow a lot more. But even without the burns, it still shows a lot of promise for a 10x return or so. Seeing this at a 1 penny price point, which would be that's still a big return. You're adding 2 zeros to your position where it is right now. So if I'm looking at $11,000, I'm looking at a 100. If it can get up to that level of a penny, that's a $60 billion market cap. If it can get to a level of a penny, I'm looking at a decent price, or a decent amount. So for me, at a penny, it would be worth $437,000. I'm fine with that. Off of a $40 investment, sign me up. And that is like the best YouTube video you could possibly have. $40 to $437,000 with one investment. I don't know what the title would be, but something like that. Early 2023, where people have their New Year's resolutions to start investing. But if we see a position start to run, it creates a bull run for the rest of the market. So if Dogecoin starts to really run, things get a little ridiculous for Terra Luna Classic and everything else that's out there. So right now, like I said, with the burns, we need to figure out what the best method for these burns are, because Binance burned, what was it, 1.25 billion coins in 7 days. This means that we need to see not a burn fee, because this is based on what Terra Luna Classic wants. It looks like we're starting to lag. This is based on what Terra Luna Classic wants, not based on what CEXs want. I shouldn't lag because I got the Ethernet connected, and the upload speed is probably a little bit more affected. Lunic holders must stay together and on one path. Too many different directions and short time frames without enough time to see it grow or work. I agree. If we are seeing some lag. Why? Connection to the internet. Yeah, here we go. That makes no sense. All right, well, I guess we'll just have lag today. That's stupid. That's the dumbest thing. Xfinity speed test. Yeah, that makes no sense whatsoever. Make sure I'm not showing anything I shouldn't show. But let me get my upload speed times. I think that's the issue. Is my upload speed times are only looks like 7 or 8 megabytes per second, which apparently it only maxes out at like 40, which is stupid. Why can't you upload fast? You got 243 people here now. It went from 430 to 200 people. 12.8 billion times 20% is 2.56 billion. No, so I could do the math. If I do the math, I guarantee I can get to everything, because we have to look at 20% of the total coins that are out there. 20% of the total coins that's received in rewards. It's 20% of I'll have to do like something quick. Because you have 838 billion. And that's billion, million, billion. So 838 billion. And we're looking at 18 multiplied by 18%. Right? That's 150 billion of that would be burned off in 1 year. Right? That's a total amount that you would burn off, which is not like life changing or will change the whole dynamic. So if you divide that by 12, divided by 12, you're looking at 12.5 billion that you can burn off every single month. And every day you're dividing that dividing that by, you know what? I'll just do this one. No, we're not dividing that number. We'll divide this number by 365. So it'd be 413 million coins daily, which is definitely better than what what we have now. If we can burn off 150 billion every year from just this, then that also opens up, the ability to do it elsewhere. Now that's 20% of that. Well, sorry, that's how much. Actually, that's wrong then, because that's how much we're receiving in rewards total. So we would actually have to take 20% of that. So you're right, 20% of that total amount. Instead of looking at all of that, let's just do equals that times 20%. And you're right by doing that. So then taking this equals divided by 12, that would be 2.5 billion per month, not 12 billion, so 2.5 billion. But then we're also looking at this divided by 365. So you're right. Well, sort of. 82 million a day that you would be able to burn off, which is not, it's not crazy. And it's not even, I mean, that's a lot compared to what we're doing now, and it's something extra on top of what we're burning. So it would be good. Basically, over the year, out of that 150 billion that we would receive in rewards, we're getting 30 billion that's burned off in a year. Not the best, but still better than nothing, right? So I want to do that math and put that on a video and break all of that stuff down. I bet you the lag issue isn't the upload speed, as 1.5 megabytes per second is enough. Matt has Buffett slash CPU and storage device bottleneck. Maybe you're right. I mean, typically my storage is pretty low because I store everything on an external storage device that has like 5 gigs, or if not 5 gigs, 5 terabytes. So typically that's not it. I don't know, but my speed test, this is what my speed test comes back as. You know, my speed test comes back as 229 megabytes per second for download speed. Upload speed is 7.8 megabytes per second. My host is Pittsburgh, PA. I don't live in Pittsburgh, but that's good, I guess. I don't know. But, we live on. Hey Matt, do you think Shib will run like Doge? Do I think Shib will run like Doge? I think eventually, yes, but depending how much Doge runs, I don't think it'll run directly like the same price points as Doge, because it's difficult to see all of those things happen with something like Shiba Inu, where you have trillions of coins versus billions of coins. Your dedication to Luna is blinding Doge. What? Shib's doing awesome. Do Quan said he would give me 1,000,000 Luna every time someone had $1 in their thumbnail. Well, yeah, yes. How about Doge Chain? I've heard about Doge Chain a couple of times. I don't know. I've also heard about like I think it was like Luna Doge or something. Um, I'm game for 20% rewards burn. What say yay? Like Kanye? Is that what you're asking Kanye? No, I'm just playing. I think that's a good I think that's a good idea. Um, Maybe we'll put the proposal through. But we have to have like a actual discussion because this requires like I don't know if it's massive change. I don't know how to change that, but maybe it requires a discussion with at least somebody supporting it. So like whether it's Edward Kim or whether it's Zardar or whoever, um, I think if we have massive support for it, we can put that proposal through. But then again, I would have to buy another million Lunic because I staked my Lunic that was in there. Currently, I have like I think like 100K in there because I have a certain amount that's staked. Let me check my wallet. I have 45K here, and then I have 64 that's in my staked amounts. But I do want to get this up to 22 million. Do you think Doge will work together with ADA? For what reason? With Cardano? For what reason? There's a proposal for rewards to be burned, but hardly anyone voted. But maybe you could get more interest. Go for go for it. I say 5% rewards. Um, I say more than that. I say 20% rewards. 20% of the rewards that we get. I'm okay with that. I don't know how many other people will be, but I'm okay with 20% of the rewards getting burned. You ever look into Trust Wallet token? No, I haven't. Charles Hoskinson tweeted about it. I don't know who that is. My stomach is growling. It's making some noises. It's not good. I'm so cold down here. I hate when like it's the winter time because then like upstairs like heat rises, right? Cuz there's no heat down here at all. Um for the summertime, it's always a little bit cool down here, but then you have um it's like some heat as well. Like it just feels a little bit better. But in the wintertime it's cold. Trying to see if we have that frog out there. That frog hasn't hopped in a while. Maybe it got out or it died. I don't know. Um, I think it might have got out. Let's not say that it died. How long can a frog live in like an area with a bunch of bugs? Because there's a bunch of spiders that are around there, around the foundation. Hate spiders, but they're there. You should get yourself a nice warm Lunatics hoodie. I mean, I should be given a nice warm Lunatics hoodie because I am an ambassador, but I'm not given a nice warm Lunatics hoodie. Um, you know who Charles is? But you don't know who Charles is? 88. Oh, I thought you were talking about. For some reason, you were talking about something else. I'm mixing other things together. But yes, I thought I recognized his name, but I was like, wait, from like Doge chain or whatever that was that someone talked about. I put those two together rather than Cardano. I'm sorry. So he tweeted about Doge and ADA link. When did he tweet about that? Mm, and when did he tweet about this? Cardano is an open platform that seeks to provide. No, that was from August 2020, 8 hours ago. Speaker announcement. No, that was 20 hours ago. Uh, you know, censorship points, so we don't like then engine. The entire reason Elon bought Twitter was because of the article like this garbage. Guess what? Having a diverse spectrum. Okay. Um. Yeah. When did he tweet about that? Should we pitch? Should we pitch to Twitter a post quantum ultra fast and identity enabled Doge sidechain of Cardano custom built for social networks? Quantum Doge? Probably a lot of yes votes. Are you talking about that on the 29th? Is that what we're talking about? You probably can't even see it because it's over on my other screen. I'll talk to Russell about it. 50% rewards. It's free Luna anyways. Exactly. I don't know if people would agree to 50% because they're like, I don't want people taking 50% of my money. But then again, it's sort of the validators agreeing to it. It's not about the people, it's about the validators agreeing to it. And yes, the people do have to agree to it as well, understanding that they do have a say in this. But within those validators, you have groups that are voting on whether it could be a good idea or it does or it's not. But a lot of people choose greed. So it's going to be tough to pass something like that, to say that 50% of rewards will go. 20% could work or 25% could work, but 50% would just be too difficult. 50% would end up being, instead of looking at 150, you would be looking at 75 billion coins that go towards burning everything off. But if you look at 25% of that, it it I don't know how to put this. So 30 billion or 50 billion or 75 billion does not make a I mean, it is a major difference, but it's not a major difference in the end, right? I think we're going to see this burn just create an impact, being able to see a rewards burn and have 30 billion or 50 billion or whatever, but then also having other burns that are partnered with it, not just seeing those burns, because this is just another thing on top of it that we can end up burning coins with. So I don't know. I don't think everybody will go for it. Greed is definitely going to hurt a lot of people, because if you see the greed and just buying with 1% transactions, imagine what people are going to do when their rewards get cut by 50%. Right? You understand that TerraStation probably has the best rewards that you can get compared to, I believe, Binance. You can stake it, right? You get less rewards. So TerraStation has those better rewards, but if you're cutting those rewards by 50%, now who has the better rewards? Maybe it's still TerraStation, but you also have other options out there to stake, which sucks. It's just like the transaction situation. You have better options to buy it, so they're going to buy it over there, and that's horrible, but it's true. Like, I'm okay with 20% burns. Come on, guys. Voice your opinions. Together we win. Exactly. 50% is a better, 50% reward is a better burn. I would agree, but most people would not go for it. He tweeted 3 days ago saying he's thinking Elon will implement Doge as a part of Twitter. Yes. People will dump Lunic today because of the burn was not massive. Yeah. I mean, they expect the burn to be massive. Anytime the burn comes back as less than what they expect, which is people expect 100 billion, they're just going to, sell their position. Some people are just like, I give up. And I understand. Here, a fan from Puerto Rico. Thanks for your daily work. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here, watching, viewing, subscribing, all that stuff. Speaking of subscribing, let's go to subscribers only for a little bit, and then we'll also go to, I don't know if we have any members here. We have a couple of members. Bloody Halloween coming? Hopefully not. I hear Shib can hit $70 per coin. Who did you hear that from? I mean, let's step back a little bit. Elon implement edit button, and secondly, pay in Doge to use edit button. Doge to $1. Not a bad idea. You would have to integrate wallet connections to Twitter. I heard, no, I've read that. Are you familiar with Rich Quack? I've heard of it. I've seen a couple of, chats about it. Quack. I don't know what's happening with it though. I've seen a couple of things about it. It's up 1%. I don't know. I don't know. You got $1 million. You got 1.8 million. How many exchanges is it on? So it's on a lot of exchanges. Jeez. See, Lunatics token, this is what you need to do. You need to get on these exchanges. And I think that comes with like obviously being bridged as well, but we need to get on all these exchanges. You need to get on Gate.io, MEXC. I'm sure they offer the tax, and it just costs money to get there. I would imagine it does. I don't know how much money, and I don't know how you do it, but it needs to happen. MEXC needs to be that next conversation. I think they will implement your burn onto the coin because it does help out Terra Luna Classic. But MEXC is probably the next move. Finding a way to get on Gate.io as well. That's another move. I think they'll implement the burn. I think those two will definitely implement burns. KuCoin is definitely a possibility. Binance, I don't know. I would say no. Matt, which is better, 100K Chronos or 1 Bitcoin? 100K Chronos, which will make a bigger profit. 100K Chronos. Bitcoin will probably run to 70K, which you would see an increase. Wait, 100K Chronos is less than 1 Bitcoin. Like, it's cheaper. Isn't that like $10,000 or something for 100K? What's the price of? Let me see. What's the price of Chronos? 11 cents. Yeah, it's like $11,000, but Bitcoin's at 20,000. So would you see more of a profit with CRO with spending less money? If you spend the same amount of money on Chronos as you do Bitcoin, what is going on with this dog? Just chases the cats and then they just run down the steps. This dog, man. I don't understand. It's for fun. It's not like she chases them to like actually like bite them and hurt them or anything. She just wants to play. Maybe she needs a friend, but I feel like another dog would just chase both of the cats at this point, and then they would make it a game. They would chase one cat into the other dog, and then they would both try and corner it. I think that would be a game. Gotta wait till Emmy just gets old, and then she'll stop moving around as much. She's not chasing anybody. But yeah, I think if you spend the same amount on CRO that you would on Bitcoin, you would get more of a profit with CRO. Bitcoin's probably just more, I would say, reliable because it is something that will always have a backing to it. Who knows if it will have as much support as it does now, but I definitely think it will have a backing to it and get back to 60K. Some people believe 100K. I don't see the point in Bitcoin, but that's just me. So if I had to go with a certain level, I would probably say CRO. Do a trial run 50% for 3 months. Hey Matt, hope you're good. Keep up the good work. Hope your Terra proposal 59 gets implemented soon. 5966. Yeah, I mean they're pretty much doing a lot of that on their own. The whole purpose of that proposal was to make it a conversation, right? Because right now or then it was not a conversation at all. It was definitely something that people have mentioned a couple of times, but it wasn't a major part of the conversation. When I feel like implementing a buy button on Terra Station um, would be the best bet for on chain um, transactions, on chain activity, on chain volume. Um, but now that that question, that proposal has been passed, um, I think I think now we have that full conversation happening, and we can see things like this get done. So right now, Coinin is kind of taking the lead. They've been taking the lead without even mentioning me, and I don't even care at this point. I just want it to get done. You know, do talk to Coinin to give to the lunic hodl a NFT to hold and burn more lunic from it. I don't know what you're saying there. That was everywhere. Good morning, Matt. Have you seen the tweets about Shibarium? They they were this morning. The tweets came from some moderators from Shib, like Lady Crypto. No, I would think you would have Shib trending if that's the case. This cat is not happy. Well, she's just meowing. Satoshi provides an update about Shibarium. And so, like this, the lead developer of Shiba Swap, Satoshi Kusama, took to Twitter on Saturday to give a heads up about an upcoming announcement. Satoshi revealed that he and the Shib team are working on an update that is coming soon. The development might be about Shibarium or Shib Eternity video game. In addition, he added that Shib investors will love it, and um, the update could thrill the community. I guess that's it. However, Satoshi did not reveal more details about the update and hinted the hashtags that the announcement could be about Shibarium or Shib Eternity mobile game. Um, so he put head down working, update coming soon, and I think you will love it. Shib Eternity, Shibarium, Shib Army, he tweeted. Okay, into the upcoming update could be about these two developments. Um, okay. Uh, the Shibarium documentation had to have released last month, but Unification, the firm that's building the L2 solution, confirmed in a blog post. I can't see this in a blog post that it will release. It will be released sometime shortly thereafter, third quarter, post third quarter 2022. Documentation has been confirmed. Also, Satoshi tweeted hints that Shib Eternity gameplay tutorial could be released soon. Why do you need a gameplay tutorial? People not it takes you through the process. So, is there anything else that's happening about Shib or sorry, Shibarium? You said there was something that was released. Shiba Inu and Shibarium were very popular, and it will change everything. Believe it or not, Shib is the future of freedom. Okay, maybe I should just type in hashtag Shibarium. Shibarium is going to be huge for crypto. Okay, that's an opinion. I think it will be big, but says an update coming soon. And Shib lead developer says an update for Shib is coming soon. That's all I'm seeing is like Shib coming soon. That's pretty much it. For questions like that, please visit Telegram. Uh, if you have any questions for the core team, is $100 transparent. I think you meant to put percent. Um, but there's $100 for transparency. That's what we're saying. You need to pay $100 and then you get the transparency. That's all. um, Lunatics token would be a token. Wait, would your token come to Swift FTX? Wait, Swift X exchange. um, I'm just hoping that they're on every single exchange. That's all it ever is, Matt. Coming soon. Yeah, I know. That's usually what we see. It's like, hey, this is coming soon. We got a good update for you guys. And every time they have like any type of update, it's never a good update. It's just something to get people a little bit hype or a little bit, energized. I guess I don't know how else to put it. But like I said in the beginning of this live stream, that Shiba Inu updates can be a very small amount, but can create a large impact, right? Lunic updates can be huge, where you have a burn that's going live. You can have, a new form of utility. You can have massive changes, staking rewards that are being burned or whatever, and you don't see as much movement as you would see in something like Lunic, or as much volume as you would see, or sorry, in something like Shib. Um, and it it makes sense because there's so many updates for Lunic that it's just always what's next. And there's so little updates for something like Doge or Shiba Inu, so it's always like I'm waiting for this next thing. Anticipation is killing me, type of thing. I don't know if they're you say Shib devs are jokes. I don't know if they're jokes. I just think they. Sorry, my throat is on fire right now. Like right between my throat and my nose is on literally fire. Um, because I'm talking so much. I don't know if they're jokes. I think they know how to do all of this and make sure it functions or flows like a business. But I think they're just not doing it to support all of the community that they started with. So we will see. And they said SHIB investors will be happy. We will love it. Let's hope that's the case, because they've been wrong a ton of times. But I don't want to be negative. Let's be positive. Let's hope we're going to see something great this week. When they say coming soon, I hope it's this week. It's literally on fire. I'm probably going to have to stop this live stream because every time I say words, it's on fire over there. Maybe if I say numbers. Give me a second. Get the extinguisher. What type of pain you facing right now? I'm fine. It's not it's not pain. It's like sometimes when you talk too much and then your throat feels like it's on fire, and sometimes if you sometimes like talk through your nose, that's what it feels like I've been doing. I've been like talking through my nose with like more of a nasally tone to it. So it's like instead of the burn just being on my throat, it's like right in between throat and nose. So it's weird, but I'm a little bit better now. Shiba devs just keep releasing unnecessary updates. It's true, sort of. I think Shib Queenie is going to change your name to change your name to Bone Queen. Is she vacuuming upstairs? You know what? You know what's weird for me, and I'll admit this to you guys because I'm very transparent. Most people, like they think of soothing sounds as like white noise and all of that stuff, but the vacuum for me is like literally the best noise I could ever hear. Um, Matt's nose is burning more than Lunic. I guess the vacuum is probably the best noise that I can hear, and that's just me. It gives me chills. I just love the sound, and like whenever Erica vacuums, I'm just there snuggling up on the couch. That is me. So, um, same thing with her using the hair dryer. I don't know what it is with like loud, consistent noises. It's just I like it. Maybe that's why I like sleeping with a fan on. I just love the loud, consistent noises. Change your name to Bone Queen. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, that's not right. I'll wait for a little Lunic comeback one day. Yeah, I think Lunic will eventually run. And either way, either way we look at it, we're going to see success with it. Whether we're looking at a 2x, 3x return, um, 5x return, 10x return, all of that stuff. It's the vibrations of the sound, um, the consistency, vacuum noise. They have medicine for that, man. Why do they have medicine for it? I feel like that's like the best noise possible. I don't know. That's me. That's me. It doesn't have to be you. I just wanted to be open and honest with you guys. That's the thing. Crypto Shady didn't sleep because of Shiba, because nothing happening. Nothing worse to me than consistent non-musical noises. No, it's perfect for me. Did you play the Lunic lottery? No, I didn't. um, I thought doing something like that is illegal. I thought creating your own lottery is like illegal. Can't judge. I mean, I thought it was. Can't judge. I like the smell of gas when I'm filling my tank. Hopefully, only for a little bit, not for a long time. That can mess you up. But yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I can say that I don't because um uh I've had gas like in the car and it leaked in the car and I had to keep the windows open because it's such a strong smell. So yeah, but everybody has their like weird weird things about them. I'm not saying everybody say what their weird things are, but um because some people probably have some really weird stuff that but I we don't have to get into that. You may feel like the vacuum and listening to the vacuum is weird and it is, but I think it's good. I like it. Matt likes noises that frightens the mess out of small animals. I mean, the dogs and the cat. Well, the dog and the cats do run away. So yeah. Anyways, um, what's your guys' opinion on the 1.2% burn? Or sorry, not 1.2% burn. The 1.2 billion burn that Binance did. What is your opinion on it? Um, Wait, they have a donate button on their website? A burn is a burn, but it's getting way less than expected. Yeah, it definitely is. Speaking of burns, do you know when Lunatics is supposed to be doing like their next burn? I know it won't be huge because you haven't really seen like a crazy amount of volume flow through it, but when are they doing their next burn? Because they've been sitting at 2.15 billion for a while. We want to make sure remain consistent with those burns. Not impressed with the burn from Binance. Grateful for it, but we need something else to propel this. I would agree. Not enough. I would agree with that as well. Better than nothing. That's true as well. Good day, Matt and everybody. How you doing, Char? Thank you for being here. My opinion is going to be below 1 billion next week and keep decreasing. So I don't know if that's true. I think it will keep decreasing if we see the volume decreasing. But since we saw the volume increase last week a little bit, um, that's probably why you're seeing it increase a little bit. But you're going to see more and more people that are moving on to Binance Convert and not flowing through the burns at all. I think they should do more burns like that little by little. At least we can see something changing, unlike Shib. That's true. Even though um, Lunic has Lunic has significantly less coins and has more burning methods, but Shiba Inu has burned more coins than or more. I don't know. Those are both different. You know, Lunic is a coin and Shiba Inu is a token. But Shiba Inu has burned more tokens than Terra Luna Classic has burned throughout all of their burning methods. So even though Shib has a lesser price and has more. What are you doing, Carl? Even though Shib has a lesser price, and you have the ability to burn more, you still should be burning more billions for Lunic than you should for Shib. And the reason why is because there are multiple ways to burn with Lunatics token, or sorry, with Lunic. You're looking at the 1.2% burn. You're looking at the Binance burn. You're looking at the Lunatics token burn. You're looking at MEXC, you know, Lunic Blaze, whatever it is, right? You have so many different methods to burn. We should be at a level to where we are burning more than Shiba Inu. Even though Shiba Inu had 2 years to really even establish any type of burn, we're really only seeing like 5 months for Terra Luna Classic, and we're seeing 26 billion. I think we need to see a lot more burns. With how many burn methods there are, I think we should be seeing that. Don't focus too much on the burns. It's not the most important thing. True, utility is probably the most important thing, but utility creating a lot of those burns, we just want to see it get to a level to where it gets back to normal. Utility is very important in, creating a higher market cap and all of that stuff. That's fantastic. But just because it creates a higher market cap doesn't mean that it can be used as it once was before. So to get back to $119 that it was at for a high, we need to see the supply come back down in order for it to get back to those points. Yes, it can easily, with everything that's happening now, everything that's being established, it can easily get to a 40 or $60 billion market cap and be at a 1 cent price, right? But if we can lower that supply faster, within the next 2 years or 3 years or 5 years, and we can get this back to a point where it can get to $1 and $2 and $3 and $5 and back to $119. That's where the mindset is. We want to get it back to a point where it's not only competing on a market cap level with other coins, but also competing on a price level with other coins. So it's not the most important thing, you're right, but I think depending what you're talking about, it can be more important. Right. Supply and demand. But I saw last year lunic chart, and I'm shocked the price was 110 for lunic. Yeah, it was $110 per coin for Terra when it had what 200 or 300 million coins in circulating supply. Time for me to go, Matt. Have a good day. Thank you for the live stream. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Tectonic going to 19K per coin. I don't think that's right. Tectonic has way too many coins out there. I do appreciate all you guys being here, though, and having this conversation with me about what the burns are. I'll make sure I put out my full breakdown on the Binance burning 1.2 billion, and just having a discussion about that there. All right. So let's see. Burns bring in excitement and FOMO. They do. Because if you think about it, the only method to decreasing that supply is something like when you look at a stock, it's different, right? You're going to see a reverse split, and that's the way they're going to do it. They're not going to just buy back their shares and then remove them from the market. You don't ever see that, right? But when it comes to cryptocurrency, we can see investors remove those coins from circulation, or if we wanted to apply it the same way, those shares from the business or project, right? So it's a different way of looking at it. And we've been looking at it one way this whole entire time. And it's going to get bigger and bigger. This idea of burning coins is going to get bigger and bigger, because the way that we've been looking at it for pretty much years at this point has been the mindset of creating new coins, mining new coins, having a certain amount in full circulation and mining what's left, creating scarcity in what's left versus creating scarcity in what's already out there, right? I feel like the markets that we've been used to have all functioned off of what we are seeing as normal now, which is these burns, right? Or starting to see normal. If you look at something like watches, right? You have a Rolex that only 10,000 of them are made. As you see that only 10,000 are made, that makes them more rare, right? For Rolexes. But then if you see some that are destroyed and somehow you have everybody that's messing them up, but you only have 1,000 that's in perfect condition, those 1,000 that are in perfect condition are now worth so much more than what they were before. So that's the way that our markets have been functioning for forever. But with cryptocurrency, we kind of changed the way we've been thinking about that by mining new coins, looking at it like a diamond, right? We're mining new diamonds. And as we mine more and more, the value actually becomes less. But if we only have a certain amount, like say if they said there's only 20 million diamonds on this earth, right, that you can have, and we need to mine all of them, and they finally get down to a point to where they mine 19 million. Those last million are going to be worth so much to be able to find, to mine, right? So that's the same way that we've been looking at it, but we have this change to where burning is going to be a bigger thing in Ethereum, in one of the biggest, the largest tokens, the largest coins that's out there, in Shiba Inu, hopefully, not transaction based, but burning there. Lunic, definitely. You're going to have all these different projects that are going to be burning, that are going to be creating a higher value based on those burns. And it's going to change the game. I'm telling you. I'm sorry I missed it. Did we talk about the 4.6 million found and proposed to form a 9-man team to control? No, I haven't talked about anything related to that. Did we need utility to repeg the Binance burn? Wait, we need utility and a repeg. The Binance burn is a step forward, but not a big deal. It is a step forward, but it's also sort of a step back. We need everything to implement it. If CZ does believe that we need everybody to implement this burn in order for that to go through, then we need to have that conversation on getting everybody to implement the burn, and stop having the conversation on like, well, it's better than nothing. It is better than nothing. We all understand that. But the point is that, Lunic or Terra Luna Classic, the chain wants a certain amount that's burning off per transaction. So let's get it done on the exchanges as well, right? And if every place agrees to do it, then we can get it done. Don't you think it would be better to put burn money to repegging? No, because if we're repegging, I still believe that we need to see Lunic at a certain level in order to see it repegging and getting the algorithm back in place. Because a stable coin is a lot more difficult than people think. Maintaining a stable coin is a lot more difficult than people think. Stable coins, people find a ton of value out of finding a way to depeg a stable coin. So if you don't have that support with Terra Luna Classic, as well as having that underlying fund to support it, I don't know how we're gonna see that remain at that repeg state, and then we just right back into the scenario that we were at, just probably at worse off because we're adding more coins again. And so I don't know. It's definitely a difficult situation that I may not understand everything about, but I think we do need to continue to have discussions about this. What? Yeah, what are we talking about here? Oh, it's such a problem. YouTube is such a problem. I swear, it's so bad. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Burn alone is too slow. We are at 5 billion a month burn. Even if that didn't diminish, that would be 100 years to burn 6 trillion. Understand that there's going to be multiple methods to burn, but we do have to see that transaction hold strong. Transaction burns at 0.2%. That's fine. I'm okay with it being 0.2% as long as all CEXs and all places are doing this. It's only 0.2%. It's not 1 percentage point. You can have your fee in whatever you have. Let's just find a way to get all CEXs on board. We need a petition to say top 20 exchanges, These are exchanges that we need to do. Do I have to create something, put it on Twitter, and literally spam the hell out of every single exchange? Maybe. But let's get a confirmation that these exchanges are going to implement the 0.2%, because that's what we need to push for. Because once that transaction burn gets set, we're okay, because we can now see all volume that's happening through Terra Luna Classic, and nobody that's benefiting more than the other group, right? Because if everybody's doing it, if all exchanges are doing it, or the top 20 exchanges are doing it, that's 96% of the volume. Even if the other lower percentages exchanges say they're going to do it, we can get the top 50 exchanges that want to do it. I don't care how we do it, but we need to get a petition or something in place to where we have all the names of all the exchanges in and what they're going to implement, or they're going to implement the 0.2%, and if they agree to doing it, right? Via Twitter, via anywhere, we need to make sure that they decide to do it. Because if they do that, now we can focus on everything else that could flow through anything. If people are buying over on Binance, we know it's going to have a burn. They're buying over on KuCoin, they know it's going to have a burn. Then we buy our NFTs, that transaction will also have a burn. We stake our position. Hopefully that transaction will also have a burn eventually. And then the collecting of that will also have a burn. So everything is consistently burning down the supply. I think that's what we need. So I don't know if I have to create something there. But yeah, the burn is too slow, because yes, we want to see it happen in a lengthy period of time. But I think 1 year or 2 years is definitely a long enough time for that to take place, for that to happen. So if we can find a way to burn off, trillions per year, maybe 1 trillion or 2 trillion per year, I will take that. And I'm sure other people will take it as well. But we need to find a way to get all these exchanges on board. So maybe I have to create something. Maybe I have to create a spreadsheet. And maybe I have to create I don't know. I don't want to create a proposal because it costs too much to create a proposal here. And the proposal is not going to mean anything. I just want to make sure that everybody agrees with where I'm landing, right? Getting 96% of all volume to flow through this 0.2% will be fantastic. Creating a burn channel will not help. It's going to be way too much work. It'll also take away from my revenue, so I can't pay my bills. But I would be looking at creating a bunch of lunic videos that I would want people to just support, to go out and just watch, but it doesn't seem to work, because people just give up on that process if it's not burning enough. So burn channel will not work. It will be a small drop in the bucket of what we can actually burn. But trying to get something implemented on all transactions will be bigger. Getting something implemented on all staking would be way bigger. That's the reason why I gave up on the Shib burn channel, was because it was there for people to support via membership, to bring a collective group of people. So maybe 100,000 subscribers, 100,000 members, that's $100,000 at least that flows through it. And then you can also see multiple videos that they can consistently watch and build up more and more revenue for, so that we can end up burning off all that revenue. But that never happened. It was just being pushed to make 5 videos, 6 videos, 10 videos a day. And it's just too much. It's too much work. You're putting in 8 minutes each video that you create. Then it takes time to upload them. Also, what is that called? Thumbnails, all that stuff. It's just a lot. It's way too much. For how little you get out of it, it's way too much. I'll chip in into putting together a proposal that helps CEXs on board. Yeah, I would love it. It should be something that's like these are the exchanges. We need to make sure we have it in writing what we're trying to do. Obviously, if we look at the top proposals here, or the top markets here, so let me go down to Terra Luna Classic, and we go to markets, and we look at all volume, right? We're going to see Binance 29%. You're looking at 30, 40. Then you have Binance, you're looking at 45%, 50%. You can also see BitForex, Forex, BTC Turk. You can see all these different platforms here. So really, we only have to look at Binance and ask them once. Obviously, that's being the largest percentage. Gate.io being a big percentage. KuCoin being a big percentage at some points. But we just look at the top, and not the top ones like this. Like, we're not looking at the number, by, I don't even know what this is broken down by, but it's the number of top exchanges, I guess. But we're looking at the volume percentage. We want to see the contribution by volume. And we'll look for the top 20, top 30 exchanges. We'll look at 97 or 96 to 98% of all of them. So literally, we just take all of these exchanges. So just say Binance, this one, BitForex. We have BTC Turk, Binance TR, which we can include that with Binance. So we're looking at the top 20 exchanges, not the top 20 pairs. So we just need a list to say, do you agree? And literally spam the shit out of Twitter and all of these exchanges to make sure that we get an answer, whether you support it or not. I will support it. And it's literally just saying, like, I will support it only if the others do support it. So if nobody on the list supports it, or if 19 people on the list support it and the 20th does not, then it does not go through until that 20th does. So literally, you're trying to get every single exchange to support it. And if they agree to do it, then we can have the 0.2% implemented on all of those exchanges. And we have nobody benefiting more than the others. So I think that's the best case scenario, because what CZ has said is that if the only way that this would work is if every exchange implemented it. So how about we get every exchange to implement it? It may sound more easy. I may make it sound easier than what it actually is, but we're not putting any effort forth, right? We're not doing anything about it. So let's do something about it. So first, I think we need to make sure we get all of that in writing, which I can write out. Matt, I'm here to listen to you, because could you please read my comment? Just like a mining app, how it gives users lunic rewards and burning 50%. What are you talking about? I've got a very good idea. If I design an app, it gives rewards to users in lunic, and we we burn 50% and 40% to users. 40% to users and 10% to the app owner, just like ads or a simple game. If it's a good idea, can I do it? Yeah, I mean, that's a great idea. I don't know. You're saying you have if you design an app, what type of app would it be? That's the question. That's not a bad idea, is if it's going to be a popular app, because it's not only based on burning, but it can also be based on how much it's going to be used. It could be a crypto budgeting app. If we create a crypto budgeting app to where a certain amount goes to a certain amount of revenue goes to Lunic, in rewards for the people that are using it, you would have to find a way to link wallets to that app, and then you would also need an audit, because if you're linking anything to an application or any type of website or anything like that, you want to make sure that they're held liable if they take anything from people that put in their information. Because if you're linking your wallet to somewhere, they have access to everything. So you want to make sure that it's legit, very legit. And I don't know. Less talk, more action. That's true. That's true. Um, so sounds like a scam to me. I don't know. I mean, anything could really sound like a scam, but um, it's just whether it actually is a scam. We could say they have to delist if not burning 0.2%. Well, that's the thing. They're the ones that are giving you the ability to have more volume there. So um, I don't think you can force them to delist because they purchase the coins. So they purchase them in order to, they're not given the coins. I mean, in some cases they may be, but they're not given the coins. So they purchase the coins themselves. They spend money on the coins to be able to trade it on their platform. So um, they feel like it's a privilege for you to be on their platform. So a lot of times they make you pay for it. But I don't know. It's definitely something that I don't even know where I was. I just did something on this phone and now I forgot where I was. Any good news with lunic burn? Just 1.2 billion that burned for Binance. That's pretty much it. All right, guys, I have to get out of here because it's past 8:30. I said that I would go to 8:30. It's 10 minutes over. But I appreciate all of you guys here. Let's definitely get this thing done because I feel like with all of the different markets, all of the different exchanges, we have not applied pressure to anybody but Binance. We've talked to KuCoin. We've talked to different places. I feel like the first exchanges on the list, which I don't know if it will even, yeah, it will make the list, should be MEXC. That should be the first exchange that signs this petition, whatever petition it actually is. And I don't even know how, well, I guess we get them to agree to it and make sure we, understand where the tweet is or where the communication is that said they are going to agree to it. And then we can find a way to push up the list because the only way that like Binance is going to agree to it is if they see a bunch of other people or a bunch of other exchanges agree to it as well. But know that this is not going to go active unless if it's the top 30 exchanges, unless the top 30 exchanges agree to do it, it won't get done, right? If 29 say yes and one says no, it won't get done. So let's get every single exchange to get this done. And we can see 0.2% flow across every transaction. And then also see other burns that are happening across the chain, basically. So anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, go and follow me over here. And we can definitely get that done, especially on Twitter, because that's where they have all of their, that's where we can create the most attention. So definitely follow me on Twitter at Perry8K right here. Make sure it's the right one. Link is also in the description. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here and I'll catch you guys